Hello and good afternoon. Save the Crypto here from the channel Save the Crypto, which is the one you're watching now. I'm not sure if Maff's coming along today. I did message him earlier on and ask him if he was busy today. Sometimes he's busy on Wednesdays. He has like meetings and stuff to do with like real work and stuff. So I'm not entirely sure if he's coming really, which is a shame because today might be quite exciting. Because it's the non-farm payroll data at 1:30. Having said that, I'm not sure if I can hang on till then, but we'll see what happens anyway. If it gets fun, then why not? Nick's here. Hello, Nick. You're first as usual. Well, not always as usual, but there you are. Are we alone? I don't think we are. No, okay, we've got a few people on YouTube and a few people on. Well, no, we just got one. Oh, I haven't done my Twitter. Oh, let me just do that. Hang on a sec. Oh, no, I have. That's weird. It says I have. Okay, I don't know why it's... Maybe nobody's watching on Twitter. That's why it's not showing me any stats or whatever. Now, with the NFP stuff, I did have a look. Well, I tried to use Grok, actually, and I said, tell me what you think about the NFP thing today, and it was just like nonsense. It was all like talking about data from December and how the market reacted, and I kept saying, well, hang on a minute, because it's it's the data's not out yet. It comes out in like an hour or 2 hours. That's what it was at the time. And yeah, she wasn't having it. She kept saying, no, that's not right, and stuff like that anyway. But what have you? Anyway, Kaz is here. Hello, Kaz. How you doing? That's cool. Brilliant. So I'm just sorting out my monitor thing over there. I appear to have frozen. I've actually frozen in real life. Don't know. Don't know why that could be. My head's moving and anyway, whatever. It's not the end of the world, is it? As long as the charts and stuff are okay. Right. So let's have a look at what happened. So NFP, non-farm. Excuse me. Right. Let's try it again. My daughter's off sick today, and I hope I'm not going to catch whatever she's got, because she's coughing away and she's all snotty and everything. So yeah, I don't particularly want to have that. Wouldn't be good. Anyway, so it says here, non-farm payrolls are expected to rise by 70k in January. The unemployment rate is seen holding steady at 4.4%. The employment report could influence the Fed policy outlook and the US dollar valuation. Okay, so yeah, it's something that's going to happen at 1:30. Now the question is what's happening to Bitcoin and everything else at the moment? Now, for some reason, I'm on the DXY chart here, the Dixie. This is the value of the dollar, if you like, which has been down quite a bit. Does appear to be going up actually, which is a little bit annoying because I don't want it to really, and it could easily get to this retracement level here, which isn't well. To be honest, that's not the end of the world, is it? Yeah, let's take a look at Bitcoin anyway. Let me just move to my other layout. I'm just gonna, don't know what I'm going to do actually. I'm going to change the layout. So I'm moving there. Not sure why I'm not moving on the. Oh, I am now. Weird. Don't know what's going on. Anyway, I'll leave myself little in the corner down there. I'm not sure if I can move the corner. Don't think I can. What does that one do? That one takes me out. Let's go back to that one. Okay. All right. What was I doing? I was changing this to the, let's go for this layout here. Right. So what I'm looking at here, right, this is the Bybit chart for Bitcoin versus USDT. Now, this one here, this is the 1 minute. Okay, this one is the 1 hour. I'll tell you what, for clarity, let's just go back to just showing one time frame at a time. So the 1 hour, okay, the 1 hour, what we've been looking at, what I was looking at yesterday was some 1 minute retracement levels up here. There was about, like, a big bunch of about 5 of them. 2 of them did get met, but not all of them. So I'll just get rid of that there because that's irrelevant. So this is what I was looking at the other day. I was looking at the price possibly doing some kind of double bottom there, with the idea of maybe getting into a long down here sort of thing. But of course, what happened here on the 1 hour time frame is this bullish retracement level appeared here. Now, this is from Quadzilla, our indicator. Let me just turn it off and on again so you can see what happens. So that's without it, right? And then with it, you can see it adds this momentum oscillator down here, and then all sorts of bits and bobs up here. I think I might remove my drawings, actually. Shall I do that? Yeah, maybe. Oh, hang on. Actually, I don't really want to do that. So maybe if I just go to a different chart. Let's do that one. That's even worse because I have all these. That's okay. That's okay. That'll do. All right. So yeah. So what happened here, right, is the price came down here, and it did complete that 1 hour retracement level there. It did that at about 6 o'clock this morning. Weirdly enough, I was actually awake then. I don't know what I was doing awake then, but I was. And I was thinking, oh, okay, kind of want to see some, definite sign of the price trying to reverse there. Now, what we have got just recently, we have got the start of a super up signal here. Okay. So that is the current hourly candle, isn't it? Now that could disappear. If the price goes down, then let me just show you. So that's there at the moment. Oh, that's weird how it goes up there, isn't it? That's not supposed to happen, that. Yeah, maybe we'll have a word with math about that, because it doesn't really matter, but that green arrow should be down there like that. That's weird how that does that, isn't it? Anyway, so what's happening here is these stochastics here, these are coming down, and they came down super low, meaning that Bitcoin is very oversold. So at that point, you would hope that buyers start to step in, and as that happens, the stochastics start to turn up. If they decide that they want to sell again, then this stochastic will come down here, and that super up might disappear. So we won't know if that's a good one until 1 p.m. UK time, UTC. So 50 minutes from now. So we'll see what happens there. But that kind of made me think that, okay, so maybe this is a, I'm not saying it's going to reverse and go back to 100K now, but we might have a bit of temporary relief. Now, of course, this is going to depend on the NFP data at 1:30. There's also job something as well happening, it says here, doesn't it? Yeah, non-farm payrolls. I can never work out if the numbers big mean good or numbers low mean bad. But anyway, we'll see what happens when we get there. And there's also the unemployment rate as well, which at the moment, doesn't look very interesting. So I think it's all going to be down to the NFP. I have seen NFP results do quite dramatic things in the past, and sometimes it's not quite what you expect. Now, I did notice as well, I'm just going to look on my other computer just a second. Just looking at the Bybit on my other computer, and that's got the funding rate at 0.0011%. Okay, so the funding rate is negative. That means that most people are short. Let me just check the Bitunix one. So I know you can't see this, but I will tell you why. Yeah, Bitunix is minus 0.0014. Okay, so not quite as negative. But yeah, so that's negative. I suppose I could check BitGet as well. I'll just tell you what it is. I know there's an indicator to do this, but but I just like looking at the exchanges and then seeing what the actual figures are. And for the funding rate, those are the ones I mostly look at as BitGet, Bybit, and Bitunix. So on the BTC USD pair on BitGet, the funding rate, I've forgotten where to find it. Where's it gone? Oh, there it is. Right, it's actually positive on BitGet. It's 0.01. So yeah, so it's right. The normal. Let me get this right now. The normal funding rate is 0.01. I think. Was it 0.1? I think. I can't think now. It's so long since it's been normal. But it's either 0.1 or 0.01. I can't remember now. That's when everything's kind of balanced, and there's the same amount of like longers as shorters. So I think at the moment we're kind of in that, in a bit of limbo, but the bias is towards shorting. Yeah. So at the moment, I think we just got to see and wait and see what happens with the NFP. Let me just have a look at some of the comments. There's WJMMM. Any news on the Zoid app? Actually, yes, and I am making a video about it. Which, yeah, I suppose I can talk about it. I'm only talking about stuff that has been publicly shown, and I can actually find it, I think. Where's it gone now? So what? Hang on a sec. So I will show you this. I'll just verify that I'm a human. Right. Okay. Let's share this tab. Right. So what ZoidPay were doing, or another, as they're probably going to be called, what they're doing is they were producing a fintech app, and the banking provider, which was going to provide the cards and the IBANs and the banking stuff generally, they were using a company called Quiko, who are based in Poland. Right now, all of a sudden, they were told to close down, and that meant anybody using the Quiko company had to stop what they were doing. They were actually ready to publish the app at the end of January, but because of this, they couldn't. I'm not going to go into this now. I'll show you the video later on. I've basically done the video. I just need to do the thumbnail and then publish it this afternoon. I thought if I do it before the live stream, then it would probably overlap into the actual live stream. So I didn't. But it actually gets worse than you think, actually. And it's not just ZoidPay who are affected by this. It's actually about 150 companies throughout Europe, including the Huawei watches. So the payment thing within the watch. It said here, Polish users of Huawei smartwatches who relied on contactless payments serviced by this fintech, in addition to the company provided services to many legally operating firms. Now, this is obviously a Ukraine site, and it's obviously got a bit of a bias and probably a bit anti-Russian, well, slightly. And it's basically talking now, they were kind of using Quiko, or intending to use Quiko, and a stablecoin called A7A5 to basically get around sanctions. I dig into this a lot more in my video, which you'll see this afternoon. And because of that, it was a big emergency and they had to close it down. What they've done since, right, is they've implemented new providers, and I can actually show you. Let me just make sure I get it right. I've just got to rename something, just so I don't show you something I shouldn't. Okay, right. So if I get the image, go to my desktop. There you go. Right, that is a little bit too small for me to actually read. I can read it on my other computer. Right. There you go. So this is an update from Adam. This was like a week or so ago. And he was saying like 150 companies using the services were impacted, including larger consumer products, for example, Huawei watches. As soon as we were informed, we shifted focus entirely and started working on 2 parallel tracks. Now, this is what's happening at the moment. Both of these, okay. So, working closely with AustriaCard and Quidco to make sure the transition to a new provider is done in a fast and effective way to ensure this step is compliant and ready for scale. B, opening conversations with additional providers to build a safer fallback structure going forward, so this kind of situation doesn't repeat. Okay. He said the community onboarding list was part of the rollout plan from the start. Given the situation, we've simply extended the phase to make sure access continues to be handled in a controlled and stable way, beginning with the community. We'll keep you updated as timelines and next steps are confirmed, and we'll continue to communicate clearly as long as things move forward. That is the situation at the moment. Let me just remove that. Oh, hello. Right. That is the situation at the moment. Yeah, it's kind of out of their hands a little bit in the way that they need AustriaCard and the other providers to sort out their stuff, and because of that, they can't give dates and stuff at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. Their priority is, of course, getting the app out. So that's what their plan is. So yeah, I mean, there's no, it's a really unfortunate thing. I think they're going to be like one of the most unlucky companies in the world, actually. It does mean, however, that the price of Zoipay is still pretty low. It didn't dump very much on this news, actually. It kind of, well, last Friday it kind of went up and came down again, but it's still pretty low. So I might get a bit more. That's what I might do. Anyway, so yeah, it's all good, really. Anyway, good afternoon. Right. So to DCA into Sol coming down now. That's probably not a bad call, is it? Not sure how low it will go, but yeah. Mr. Delta, hello mate, how you doing? Hope you're well. And right, excellent. Anyway, so let's go back to the Bitcoin chart. So, as I say, at the moment, I'm really want this super up here on the 1 hour. I really want that to continue and not disappear, and that will happen as long as the price either goes sideways or goes up a little bit. Is my camera frozen, or what is that? Or was it just? Let me have a look at it on the phone. See what it looks like. Sorry about this. Just talk amongst yourselves, and I'll just have a look how it looks. Better turn it down as well, don't I? Okay, that's me. Yeah, it's stuck, isn't it? Oh, yeah, frozen. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. Don't know why that is. Anyway. Sure. I want to make it work now. I want to make it work after I've done all that business. Right. So if I kind of like flip between different layouts, it sort of starts working again. Anyway, you don't really need to see my head, do you? after all this time of hiding away, what am I doing? Right. So I just got a little. I am actually slightly long on a position over here. Okay, but yeah, I'm just wondering if to prepare a short as well, just in case the NFP data is bad. I'm not sure really. I'm moving now. Excellent. All right. So yeah, right. I keep saying this over and over again, don't I? No. So the 1 hour is looking good. What I did also notice is something I was looking at the other day. If we go out to like a big time frame, let's go to the daily or something. Daily. No, let's go to the weekly. Right, weekly time frame. Let's turn off Quadzilla for a moment. Oh, that's interesting. That blue line there. Stuck again. Right. This blue line here, that's that 200-week EMA, MA. That's coming very, 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 very close to. That came very close to that. Anyway, what I was doing the other day, I was playing with the Fibonacci tool, and I was going literally from the lowest point I could see down here up to the all-time high up there. And although you can see that it worked out rather beautifully, didn't it? Because, you know, we got this like kind of area there where it sort of hung around. And then you got this bit here where it kind of just bounced between these two fibs here. That's the 0.5 and the 0.618. Although I don't believe the 0.5 is a real fib level, but nevertheless, it seemed to be quite relevant. Then we went up, we came back down to 382. Then we, you know, did the all-time high. So now on the way down, right, we've come down, we've hung around the 382, a bit of a shallow retracement there, bounced off a little bit, and then we came down to 0.5. Now we didn't quite get to 618. Now Bitcoin loves the 618. So what I thought I'd do is I thought, okay, well, you know, some people draw their fibs going from candle body to candle body, and if I go about there, that's the candle body there. And then I'll move it up here. And then just go to the top of that candle body there, okay? Still not quite there, is it? I was hoping that would actually go to the 618, but it didn't. The only way I can make it happen is if I don't use, if I say that wasn't the low, that was the low, because that was the last low before the impulse. If you do that, then we just came down to 618. So although everybody is calling for super, super low levels, which I think will happen, at the moment, I think there could be a little bit of a bounce. Anyway, that's what I think. You don't have to think that. That's just what I think. But at the moment, sort of going up a little bit, aren't we? Put Quadzilla back on. Can't see what I'm doing otherwise. Right, so that's the 1 minute. Now we've got these retracements here, so you know it might not be an easy ride up. It might just do what it did there, come back to here, boom, and then maybe go up again. It's just really hard to say with the data coming out. NFP is a big, big deal. So yeah. Anyway, let's have a look. Let me just close down some tabs. Maybe that might help things. Let me just check what other things I've got going. Let's close down the Discord. I'm going to close down my graphics thingy, graphics tool, graphics app rather. And what else have I got open? And I've got Telegram. Probably don't need Telegram open, do I? Get rid of that. Right. And then if I flip between layouts, see if that makes me live again. Don't know. We'll see what happens. Hello. No. Oh, there you go. All right. Yeah, I know, Kaz. It's like frozen again, but it's okay. You can see the chart and the cursor. All right. Anyway, so I'm just thinking at the moment, that could be a bit of a temporary bottom. Now the problem with that is certainly on the super low time frames is making lower lows, isn't it? If we go out to the 1 hour, go to the 1 hour though. I mean, well, we're not. That's a higher low, isn't it? So it's quite possible the price could go up, isn't it? Anyway, so who was getting the Solana? That was WJMMM. Let's have a look at Solana, shall we? I honestly think that everything's going to follow Bitcoin. So whatever happens to Bitcoin will determine our fate. It has had a big old dump though, hasn't it? Unbelievable to think that was like $400, a while ago, wasn't it? It's like mad, wasn't it? But yeah, so can I do a fib on this? Let's have a look. So what did I do? Do the weekly. Let's turn off Quadzilla for a moment. I'm determined to find something that worked, perfectly with that 618 thing. So that actual low there, that's actually, it's actually December, isn't it? December 2022. Yeah, because of course the bear started in autumn 2021. It's funny, that how big a dump was that? That was from there down to there. That was 95% for Solana. Jesus Christ. Okay. So it's capable of doing those sort of things, isn't it? Anyway, so let's take a fib from, say start of January 2023 to the all-time high. Oh, that, right, okay. No, not just the 618, that came down to 768. Okay. Well, that is a decent retracement. Actually. So what was that one back there? That was from like here, wasn't it? Do you know, I remember back in when I first started dabbling with crypto back in 2020 or so. I remember Satoshi Stacker, another YouTuber, talking about Solana, saying he thinks it's going to be great. And at the time, I just thought, I don't know what it is, and I paid no interest at all, and just missed it completely. How good would have that been to sort of get it down at like $3 or something? That'd been great, wouldn't it? Anyway, that's interesting, isn't it? There, so look from there, up to that high there. It's kind of weird, isn't it? It's almost like it sort of nose on the way up, so that almost hit that and then came back to this 0.5. You see, the 0.5 is relevant, isn't it? Wiggled around there on the way back down. I mean, it's almost like coming down the stairs, and come down the stairs and okay, it went through that one, but this one here, it kind of bounced back up to there, and then I didn't realize what a big dump that was back then. That was huge as well, wasn't it? So you could have actually got it at like $7.50 down here. Wow. Yeah, DCAing into Solana, not a bad call, I would say. Yeah, pretty good actually. Yeah. What else should we look at? Oh, I keep freezing, don't I? Maybe I should just remove my head. That one, isn't it? There you go. I've gone. I'll come back to say goodbye when I'm ready. All right, so that's what we're doing here. Okay, so let's just have a look at Bitcoin again. So what do we reckon? Do we reckon they're sort of it's dumping, ready to, what's that there? Get rid of that. Sorry, this is the index chart. Not looked at this for a while. Yeah, so what do we reckon? Do we reckon they're sort of dumping it into NFP because it's going to be positive and then it's going to go up? Or do we reckon they're pumping it into NFP? They're going to pump it into NFP to then dump it? Don't know. Tricky, isn't it? It's probably best not to sort of trade these days, isn't it? Really, sort of, wait until you see what happens and then take it from there. But yeah, let's have a look. Put on Quadzilla. This is the 1 hour time frame, right? So that's good. I've been looking at the 3 minute actually. 3 minute with Quadzilla is kind of crazy actually. Sort of it just like time after time sort of comes back and completes these retracements, just like really excellently. So these ones haven't completed, so that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Up at 70k or so. This one here obviously did eventually. But yeah, just quite a mad time frame, really. But you see, on the way up, we are getting these kind of things, these kind of. That's got a super down there, so that's probably going to pull back a little bit, isn't it? But, before it goes up further, if it's going to go up further. I do obviously like to look at the EMAs that I talk about all the time, and the kind of thing I do is, I'm looking for the yellow and green crossing over. So the yellow is the 21 EMA, green is the 55 EMA. Obviously, they cross bullish there, which was just before, about an hour ago, actually. Here on the 3 minute. So at that point in time, I probably think, oh, okay, what does it look like on the 4 minute? So the 4 minute, yeah, okay, they crossed over bullish at midday when I started the stream. Okay, let's have a look at the 5 minute. The 5 minute, I think, is always great because when they do cross, you always see like quite a nice little pump. It did retrace it, but the 5 minute's cool. So you think, oh, okay, let's just have a look at the 6 minute. And when it's weak, I always see this bit where, like here on the 6 minute, it's not crossed over yet, and you think, oh, okay, well, that'll be fine if they do, but if they don't, that's probably when it'll come back down again, and that's what you kind of see when it's weak. But I must admit, it's looking reasonably strong today, actually. Sort of, yeah. Anyway, so how's everyone doing? Anyone in a trade they want to talk about, or is it all embarrassing? What am I doing? Yeah, my little short's okay. As I meant to, my little short's underwater, and I've got a little long as well that's looking okay. I think they're just going to cancel each other out though. So unless I just decide to do something when the NFP data happens, yeah, might be a bit of a bit of a gambling way to do things, but that's what I'm doing. So I'm just going to refresh that. Oh, I really want this. I really want the camera to work properly again now. Now I've gone to all the effort. I wonder if it's because of, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, so let's have a have a look at that. So this is a 6-minute time frame. So that candle's got 4 minutes and 27 seconds to close. So let's see if the price goes up. Very tempted to close my short, actually. 11% down. That's not very good. It was a bit more of a hedge type thing, you know. Yeah. No, I'll leave it for a bit. Leave it for a bit. You never know what might happen. Keeps bloody freezing, that thing. Okay. Oh, I don't know why. It's probably my crappy Virgin Media internet connection. That's probably what it is. So kind of rubbish, really. I'm gonna try something different at the end of March when my contract runs out. So I believe it's quite tricky to get them to, well, not to disconnect you, but it's quite tricky to sort of unsubscribe from their service because they want to just get you into another contract, you know. So they do everything they can to try and keep you there, or they charge you a disconnection fee because they're evil anyway. So yeah, so I won't be using Virgin Media in the future. And also, you know, I'm supposed to have like a 200 meg connection, and it on paper it sort of appears to be that, but it isn't at all. It's like, you know, it just keeps cutting out and stuff and doing this kind of thing where the camera freezes, which is kind of unacceptable, I think, really. Let's remove my head. I suppose what I could do is, I don't know really. Okay, so the price is coming down a little bit. So this is the bit where you see, you're thinking like, are these EMAs going to cross here? I'll tell you what's quite cool as well is the way we've done this indicator here. It adds in this green shading when these two are approaching at a certain rate. And sometimes if you see that shading disappear, that's normally a pretty good sign that it is going to roll over and come down. Having said that, if it does, I'm only expecting it to come down to this retracement here, dip slightly below it, and then go back up again. Okay, you're all very quiet in the chat today. You're still there. Can't see. I don't know why it's not showing me as anybody in the on Twitter. So I'm just going to refresh the StreamYard page, right? If I disappear, I'm sorry, but I think it should be all right. Let me try it. All right. Right, I'm going to add me, and put me in the corner, and yeah. Crypto J. Oh, hi, Crypto J. How you doing? Just listening along. Yeah, fair enough. Right, now I can see something sort of interesting here on the 1 minute time frame, which is if I enable the retracement channels. Oh, they are enabled. For some reason, I can never see them very well on this monitor of this MacBook. But if I increase the opacity a little bit, right. So this is the bit that maff put in. This is still a bit experimental at the moment, but what the idea is when you've got like a bearish retracement above, and then you've got a bullish retracement below. It puts in this like retracement channel, okay, and it shows you where the 50% is there, and sometimes that behaves, like a kind of support or resistance if you're going the other way, and I'm trying to think of the word that maff calls it now. I think this is the premium zone and this is the discount zone. So yeah, so quite often when you see the price come into this red bit, it normally just dips into there and then goes back up again. So let's see if that does that. I'm going to go back to the 6 minute though, because I think that was quite interesting. See if that thing does cross. Looks like it's not going to, doesn't it? But you see here, this has got this retracement channel here. That looks too much now, doesn't it? Oh, my camera's frozen. Oh, how annoying. So I don't know why I care. I shouldn't really, but I do. Right, let's ignore it. Okay, so if I change the opacity there, let's go down a little bit. Let's try it around about 28. Okay, that looks a bit less in your face, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm sort of monitoring it on YouTube on the other computer, and it looks brighter than on this one here. All right, let's zoom in, see what's occurring there. I mean, this is quite mad. You can look at things in quite microscopic detail there, So you think all you actually need is a little bit of a push up there, and then those EMAs will cross. We'll probably see this convergence band in the momentum oscillator. You'll probably see that go a little bit green, and the price will go up. Go on. Let's see what's going to happen. Right, 2.5 minutes to wait. Maybe I should put on a bit of background music and just while I'm not saying much, and we can have a watch of see what's going on. I think I might sit down, being as the camera's not working. Just lowering my desk down. Right. Okay. So how do I do that? Right, let's do that one. I'll be a little bit quiet. Oh, my camera started working and I just picked my nose. That's not very good, is it? I don't really like background music. It sort of annoys me, actually. Let's make it super quiet. There you go. I suppose what I could do is have a look over on X and see what the general sentiment about NFPs are. So NFP forecast. There you go. Right, this one 12 minutes ago. NFP is about to hit the market, and most traders don't lose because of the data. They lose because they don't understand it. Check this out. Okay. Oh, can I play that? Let's get rid of that background music. Does that work if I play that? Hang on a sec.
Release to the markets if it's close to the. Welcome everybody. This is going to.
Can you hear that? Right, Mr. Delta. There's no need for that. Right.
Welcome everybody. This is going to be your quick and simple tutorial on how to trade NFP and unemployment.
Let me just check that's working. Oh, yeah. It is cool. Okay, right. Let's have a listen to what this guy says.
Welcome everybody. This is going to be your quick and simple tutorial on how to trade NFP and unemployment rate data this week. Now, I do want to showcase a little bit about the economic calendar. I do apologize in MarketEdge.ai. Now, we do have the bank forecast. We do have the minimum and max. Now, minimum and max will dictate how much volume there comes with this economic data released to the markets. If it's close to the max, it will have a lot of volume and volatility induced into your trading assets. Now, getting into the mean and greedy, we're going to go into unemployment rate and non-farm payrolls. Now, we're not going to go into really deep on the information of why this two correlate, but I will want to showcase that you will want to see non-farm payrolls very bullish for the dollar here, and unemployment rate as well very bullish for the dollar. If they don't come like this, and one comes very bullish and the other one comes very bearish for the dollar, we're going to have mixed data outcome. Now, going to unemployment rate data, this is going to be very simple. I will showcase how you can trade this data with market. If it comes around 4.5 or 4.45, this is going to be very bearish for the dollar.
Right, let's just write that down. So 4 to 4.5 is bearish for the dollar. Right. I don't know this guy, by the way, so I don't know if he's talking rubbish or not, but sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
Go to gold, this is going to be bullish or very bullish for gold, depending on the data outcome, right? So we would actually, this would fuel limit rate data. This is going to be very simple. I will showcase how you can
Sorry, I'll just play this bit again because I didn't quite get it.
trade this data with market. If it comes around 4.5 or 4.45, this is going to be very bearish for the dollar. You go to gold, this is going to be bullish or very bullish for gold, depending on the data outcome, right? So we would actually, this would fuel the upside for gold at this exact time. Now,
okay, he's obviously talking about gold, but I suppose that would equate to crypto, wouldn't it? When you're looking at, would it? I don't know. Yeah, I think it would, wouldn't it? Because you're looking at a kind of risk on asset. I mean, generally, I know it's been a bit different recently, but normally, if gold's good, then crypto's good. But I know they have been a bit wild recently. Anyway, we'll continue.
Now, for risky assets, we're just going to touch on the S&P 500. It's going to be practically the same. We would see the S&P 500 start trading above the 7,000 price handle one more time. Now, going back to gold, let's go ahead and I want to showcase that this is going to be the same scenario if non-farm payrolls, of course, comes down around 50 or minus 10. That's going to be very bearish for the dollar, meaning very bullish for gold, supporting the upside and the market structure that we're forming right now. Now, vice versa, if unemployment rate data comes around 4.3, 4.35, this is going to be bullish and very bullish for the dollar. Now, this is going to play to the downside for gold. We will see some outflows from gold to the 4,900s, even 4,800s with the volume that we're seeing right now. And again, S&P 500s would follow with the same thing. we will start seeing outflows from the S&P 500, digging back to the 6,800s, even a little bit deeper. And last but not least, if we do go back to market, the economic calendar, this is again going to be the same outcome if non-farm payrolls comes about 85,000 or around 135,000. That's going to be very bullish for the dollar, meaning it's going to be very bearish for gold. Last but not least, we're going to see the on forecast. If it comes around the forecast, or as we have it here, the bank forecast, I will want to let you guys know, please wait for the dust and noise to settle. Wait for a clear direction on where price is heading, going to the lower time frame, and then execute on your trade. But this has been your quick and simple tutorial from MarketEdge.ai.
Okay, all right. All right, let's go back to the chart. Okay. So, right, so 4 to 4.5 is going to be good, and for the unemployment rate, and with non-farm payrolls, you want that to be low to be good for crypto. So, so if that's 50 or below, that's okay. But if it's like up at 85 or so, that's bad. Okay. So we want, let me just write this down. So we want NFP to be less than 50, and we want unemployment rate to be ideally greater than 4. That's what we want. All right. Okay. Right. I can never get those the right way around. I can never think which one's which, really. Let me just see if there's anything else about that on X. Okay. Did anyone reply to him? Let's give him a like. Not really. Okay. Let's have a look. So, NFP forecast around 50k with blah blah blah. This guy John is saying how I trade NFP releases. I never front run, so my active trading account has no positions. Very wise. I wait until at least the first 60 minutes or preferably 90 minutes, then I'll make a move. Usually NFP is on a Friday. Okay, it's not Wednesday. So the midweek dynamic might alter how this moves into the close. Okay. Live Squawk says NFP expected to rise by 68,000. Unemployment rate seen at 4.4. Okay, what's this? Okay. Expectations NFP 50k to 70k. That would be good. No, it wouldn't. That'd be bad. We want it less than 50k. Unemployment 4.4. Yeah, it's going to be one or the other, isn't it? it's going to be. It's going to be interesting. Right. Anyway, so here on the 6 minute time frame, this candle, is that a new candle? Can't remember. But anyway, still not got these EMAs crossing yet, but it's not far off, is it? So let's see what happens. That's in 2.5 minutes. Meanwhile, so Phil Peak says, I have a feeling that today will be volatile. Yeah, it normally is, that's for sure. As the spammer from Twitch. What is this QR code for? I think that one is for Quadzilla, which is our indicator. There is that. Let me just check what it is. Banner. No. That one there is for Quadzilla, our indicator. And this one here is for the Discord, which is free. Okay. If you join the Discord, the way we've done it now is if you join the Discord, at first you don't have much in the way of roles and stuff. You know, you can join, have a look round, but you can't interact that much. When you're in there, if you DM either me or maff, okay, you'll see both of us in there. You'll see our roles that we're admin. Don't DM anyone else. We won't send you a friend request ever. That's not strictly true, actually. I've sent a friend request to a few people, but it's only after we've had a conversation. It's someone I want to re-engage with, say like for a collaboration or something. That's the only time I'll ever send you a friend request. So if you get a friend request from me, it's probably not me. It's probably a scammer. So watch out for that. But yeah, go into the Discord. I'll give you the URL as well. It's that. Okay. savercrypto.org/Discord. If you go into the Discord, yeah, find me or maff, send us a DM, just say, hello, I'm a real person. I'm not a scammer or a bot, and then we'll give you access to the Discord server. And within that you can see all sorts of things. We've got a nice section called trading floor, where we have like people discussing different strategies and stuff they're using. So it's all pretty good. So yeah, do take advantage of that. Cool. Now I've noticed now I've got a bunch of alerts. Okay. So what are these? These are right. So I had a watch list called Sunday Trades from quite a few Sundays ago. This is on CRO, ENA, and that's CRO again. This is on the 12-minute time frame. I could show you that. I should have just clicked that, shouldn't I? Oh, hang on. It's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to the log. Give that a click. There you go. So this is an alert from Quadzilla, showing you that we have this super up indicator here. And once again, this is because this momentum band here, which we call the convergence band, this has gone like really, really super low. And now the stochastics are starting to turn up, which is normally a very bullish sign. So if you look back in the past, you can see when this happened here, the price went up a lot. This one here, the price came down, went back up, and okay, came down a bit more after that, you know. So that's why in this case, you know, if you see something like this, I'd probably think, okay, well, let's look for that on a larger time frame. So you probably look, you know, actually it's the 1 hour, isn't it? You know, probably look for something like you know, the 2 hour time frame. And there you've got this green background here, meaning a similar kind of thing, that the stochastics are starting to turn back up, you know. I think things are just starting to look a little bit more bullish, actually. I think this is quite interesting. There's Bitcoin looking. So that's Bitcoin on the 2 hour. We've actually now got that green background there, which we've actually had for 2 candles. So we've actually had that for a while. Oh, actually, if I look back on the 1 hour, we should see if that super up is still there. It isn't. Although, what was I looking at? Let me just try the index. Okay. So we didn't actually get the super up on Bitcoin. Okay, so it's not quite as amazing as I hoped it would be. But nevertheless, we have still got these 2 green backgrounds here on the Quadzilla momentum oscillator, which implies that that could be near a bottom. Now, as I say, I don't think this is like the bottom. I think this is probably a temporary bottom. And, you know, it's quite feasible that it might just go up, come back down, and then God knows what might happen after that. But it's looking all right for the moment. Anyway, right, I'm actually going to have to go, unfortunately. But let me just check the comments. Oh, Ozzy's here. Hello. Okay. So yeah, that's what the QR code. So the QR code at the moment is actually the Discord. So feel free to join. If you join the Discord and you're here now, just say hello. I was on the stream earlier, and then we'll definitely let you in and give you the correct role. I forgot what we call it. I think we call it a trader role. I think as which lets you into the trading floor and all that sort of thing. So you can take it from there. Anyway, Aussie's here. Good day, folks, from Townsville. Sorry, probably sounds terrible, me trying to do an Aussie accent. You probably think, what a dick. Anyway, got my late note. The only way is up, bitty for you and my bags. I think temporarily, but as I say, it's going to depend on the NFP in 25 minutes. So yeah, there you go. Okie dokie 8438. If red is oversold and quad gives a green buy signal, that sounds like a sure thing. If red is oversold and quad, okay. Let me just. Red is oversold. The oversold thing is basically when the convergence band has come down super low like that. That means that the momentum of the selling is getting super low, and you know, because this is an oscillator, it can only go between 0 and 100. So when that's down there, it kind of means it is time for the bulls to step in and push the price back up. So yeah, that's cool. The fact that we've come down and completed this bullish retracement level here on Quadzilla, what that does, that means that the price normally comes down, it normally overshoots slightly and then goes back up. So if we look at that in the past, let's just find an example. Yeah. Let's find a nice big one. There you go. That's a good one. This one was great, wasn't it? This was going back from New Year's Day, pretty much. This is a bullish retracement, so it meant the price was going to go up there, but all the time, you know, the price is probably going to come back to there. So it came back to there, went to that level, and then went up slightly. Now, ideally, that would have gone up loads, but it didn't. And, you know, it's possible that's the sort of thing we could see here. But there are ones like this here where it came back there, wiggled around for a bit, and then eventually went up. this sort of thing here, this is lovely because obviously if it's coming down pretty violently, then the chances are it's going to bounce back up pretty violently as well. And this one was great because this actually created the bullish retracement there, a bullish retracement there, it went all the way up there, came back down, overshot like we said, and it literally just kissed that one and then went back up. And that was obviously, you know, that was actually a 10% move. So do that on 10x leverage, you double your money. So pretty cool. But yeah, unfortunately, I can't stick around for the NFP. I've got somewhere to go for 1:30, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to just keep an eye on that. But we can talk about it in the Discord and stuff if you like. But for now, I think I probably better go actually. If you haven't got Quadzilla, don't know what you're doing. This is the page, savercrypto.org/QZ. If you get it annually, it's like it's super cheap, really. You know, it's like 15 quid a week, or what's that, $20 a week or something, you know. And I reckon you can easily make that, as long as you're trading with like about $1,000 or so. You can probably easily make that back, and yeah, have a bit of fun. So do check it out. So savercrypto.org/QZ. All the links for everything are down in the description of this, including the Discord and various exchanges that we use. Exchange-wise, I am sorting out a new campaign with Bitunix that I should have in place hopefully by the end of the week. It won't be quite as good as the last one, but it should be pretty good. And I'm probably going to try and make it more attractive to the people who've already got a Bitunix account. But there will, of course, be like good bonuses for new people as well. And that's my plan there. Right, I seem to be losing my voice slightly, so I'm going to go actually. So yeah, sorry, Ozzy, you've only just turned up, and now I'm going to go. But anyway, can you all do me a massive favour, because I do want to get some more likes and stuff. Likes. I want to get some more. I want to get more viewers. I want to get more subscribers and stuff to this channel. So, you know, please do make sure you are subscribed and you've got the notifications turned on. And above all, tell your friends, and I'll see you later. There will be that Zoid Pay video coming out this afternoon. So do check that out. It'll probably be out in about 2 hours' time. All right. So, yeah, take care. And I've got to stop picking my nose on stream, haven't I? And I'll see you all soon. Right, take care, everyone. Bye.